Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering Abomination. He made his first appearance in Tales to Astonish, issue number 90, that has a cover date of April 1967. His real name is Emil Blonsky, and in his human form, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 180 pounds, also having blue eyes and blonde hair. However, in his powerful mutated form, he stands 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 980 pounds, having yellowish green eyes, no hair, and a dull greenish to brown colored skin that's covered in leathery scales. Also uniquely having webbed ears, huge clawed hands, and 2 toes on each foot. Now, as the Abomination, Blonsky is a gamma mutate. But he's very interesting in that his power level is twice that of the base power levels of the Hulk, having vast superhuman strength that far outclasses that of a calm Hulk, which has led to him being one of the very few beings in the Marvel Universe that can claim to have taken the Hulk down on multiple occasions. He even having the strength to briefly go against cosmic level beings like the Silver Surfer. To go on, he also has vast durability, although it's not quite that of the Hulk. He can, however, still withstand tremendous impact forces, powerful energy blasts, and extremes of temperature without sustaining any injury. He also has moderate superhuman stamina and speed, being able to exert himself at maximum potential for multiple days at a time, and move extremely fast for a being of his size. The Abomination also has a moderate healing factor, and his body can even go into a form of suspended animation, with extreme pain, cold, or lack of oxygen causing him to enter an unconscious state that he can survive indefinitely. A few more very unique things that Abomination can do is that he can actually radiate extremely toxic gamma radiation, and it's somehow of a wavelength and concentration that can potentially overwhelm beings that absorb energy itself, such as the Hulk, Captain Marvel, and Sunspot. And that's tough for the Hulk because the Abomination has the unique ability to always track him down, also putting to use his extensive military combat training once he gets his hands on his enemies. The only things that could be considered weaknesses for Abomination is that he typically does not change back into his human form, being stuck with that monstrous appearance. And compared to his nemesis the Hulk, Abomination does not get stronger with rage. So despite him having vast physical strength that outmatches his calm nemesis, he can easily become outclassed if the Hulk gets mad enough. Which in that case, I guess it's good that Blonsky keeps his intellect when he's in his mutated form. Now, Emil Blonsky was born in Zagreb, Yugoslavia, eventually becoming a Soviet-era spy that infiltrated the US Air Force Base where scientist Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, was stationed. He was there to sabotage a few of America's nuclear missiles, although these plots wouldn't come through. He did, however, come across some gamma radiation equipment that Banner had set up to dose himself with a huge quantity of gamma radiation to take himself out, in a plan to protect the Earth from the Hulk that was within himself. Blonsky stood in front of this experimental machine and activated it, not knowing that it should have instantly killed him. But he very luckily had the same mutagenic factor in his blood that changed Banner into the Hulk. And his own body absorbed massive doses of gamma radiation, and he turned into the monstrous Abomination. Abomination would then go on to have multiple conflicts with various beings over the years, but primarily being focused on the Hulk as his nemesis. Their early conflicts would be interrupted when the Stranger took him into space for study. There he would end up serving as the first mate of the starship Andromeda. Yet after returning to Earth, he would become the pawn of many different villains, including MODOK, Mephisto, Tyrannus, and the Leader, although he would eventually become a free agent again. But sadly, when Blonsky revealed his new form to his wife Nadia, she would leave him and he would brood over his circumstances, getting more and more upset at Banner, who he blamed for his dilemma. Matter of fact, when Abomination became jealous of Banner's apparent wedded bliss, he would seek out and poison Banner's wife, Betty Ross, which amazingly Bruce would eventually forgive him for. But Betty's dad, General Ross, did not forgive him. And years later, the General would secretly transform himself into the Red Hulk and hunt down Abomination before taking him out. On this occasion, the Ancient Order of the Shield would reanimate him, albeit without him having full use of his mental faculties. The Order would use him to once again hunt down the Hulk. But this time, the Green Goliath would get the help of Iron Man, who would end up teleporting Abomination into orbit around Jupiter. But, as you know, just like many of the Gamma Mutates who have a connection to the Below Place, Abomination will not stay gone for very long. Now, due to his powers and abilities, and his influence on the Marvel Universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Abomination a rating of 9, which is an epic rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.